Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing fantastically well. So sad news, another prop firm has gone bust, and this time it is True Forex Funds. For a lot of people that would come as no surprise, because 3 months ago they had some real serious issues with their licenses getting revoked from MetaTrader. Obviously went sort of silent for a few weeks while they did all the back end work to get that back up and running, which they managed to do. But now 3 months down the line, they posted some liquidity issues over the weekend and then almost straight away announced the insolvency, and they've literally ceased operations straight away. So liquidity issues could mean many things. Essentially, they have not got enough money coming into the business to pay the outgoings. Essentially, their outgoings are not just their running of the business costs, it's all of the traders who are actually making profits. So if they had a significant number of people who were still funded and were taking regular payments, and they were not able to introduce enough new people into the actual model to take their money to allow to pay the traders, because as we know, that's how the whole business model now works for a lot of these prop firms, then their whole cash flow was reducing and they couldn't pay their traders. And it's got to close down the doors, literally shut up shop and move on. Now, what we have seen when other prop firms have gone bust, they've actually terminated with significant amounts of capital in the bank, and therefore doing a bit of a scam and doing a runner. I have no idea if this is the case with True Forex Funds. I'd like to hope that they actually were trying to trade out of their bad problems, but we know from experience this is not always the case, and it does leave a real sour taste in the mouth when prop firms promise everything and then go bust. And I've said this before, I don't think it'll be the first and it won't be the last firm to go bust. There are probably another 5 or 10 out there just bubbling on the surface waiting to go. We've seen a lot of rule changes from prop firms over the past couple of months where it's introducing news trading, which a lot of people would go with those particular prop firms because that's one of the rules they like, to be able to trade around all the news events or hold trades over the weekends. We're now even seeing prop firms introducing a daily limit on the actual profits you can make. So again, that's actually restricting the amount of profits they will pay out in the future. So as soon as people start doing restrictions or changing the rules dramatically, people will migrate away from them and look for more stable, sustainable prop firms. And as I've said before, always do your own research. And one of the best sites out there for researching prop firms at the moment is Prop Firm Match. I've done a review on them before and I think they're fantastic for the actual level of detail they go into. And it's a great source for going and looking at what is available and whether they're actually trusted. And again, when prop firms have issues, they actually get delisted or suspended from the actual site. So you can see there that True Forex Funds straight away has been suspended and delisted from the site. Therefore, they're not going to promote them ever again. And that's a great feature of this particular firm. So how can we protect ourselves from firms going to bust in the future and therefore not losing our funded accounts? I think it's actually impossible. There are so many changes going on in the market right now, with regulation changes or just business changes, platform change, etc., that there's no real stable prop firms out there. Anyone could go bust at any particular moment. So that's why I say diversify, have multiple accounts of multiple firms. So if some do get into trouble, you have the option of switching to another one and then have multiple income streams as well. Also do as much due diligence as you can, research the prop firms as well as you can. But even if you were to do searches, let's say on True Forex Funds, there have been so many YouTube reviews, YouTube videos of people saying I'm getting payouts, etc. It's even hard to know who to trust. I've been caught out in the past by recommending certain prop firms who again have gone bust. My Forex Funds was one of the biggest. Again, I was funded with those guys and they went bust eventually. So everyone is susceptible to believing the hype and believing they can make massive fortunes with every single prop firm. But I always say go for the ones that you feel most comfortable with, go for the ones that other people are trading with as well, and have the longest, most established reputations. So always go with the prop firm that's been around for probably the longest. We look at some of the longest established ones from 2012, 2016. These are ones that have sort of been really established in the market and really dominating and setting the standards going forward. I think these ones will survive long term. It's the ones that have only been going for a few months or have that sort of copy mentality of just taking exactly the same as what other firms have done and just doing a cookie cutter approach and replicating their business model. When you're replicating what other people do, you are susceptible to the same problems they are going to face in the future. And as we've seen, the biggest problem they had is MetaTrader over the past few months, and that's really ultimately what I believe was a downfall for True Forex Funds, where they couldn't take on any new people. They had a massive platform change. People didn't like it, but they still had a number of funded traders still taking regular payouts and no one coming in to actually take up the challenges. So again, hope you've not been affected with this one. Let me know in the comments who you think is the next prop firm to go bust or you think it's struggling, and I'll try and do some other research on those guys and see if I can actually find out more about them. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again very soon. Cheers.